anybody is actually watching this. This is my first ever vlog, and I hope somebody will watch it and somebody will enjoy it, hopefully. And if you're actually watching this, thank you so much for joining in. These, as you can guess from the title, are actually gonna be moving vlogs. Hopefully there will be more than just this one. I'm being optimistic and I'm saying there will be moving vlogs. But yeah, I wanted to film and document all of this journey that I'm going through, the moving from one country to another. Firstly, because I hope that it could be helpful for somebody, and also it could be enjoyable to watch, but also because I want to be accountable. And if you are filming something and you're putting it into vlogs, it means that you're actually doing the packing and the sorting out of things little by little and not all at once, like one day before leaving. And this will actually be a big move for me, so I'm bringing a lot of things. But yeah, let's I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm Susanna, I'm Italian, and I was born and raised, and I currently live in a city that is close to the seaside. But to be honest, I actually never liked the seaside that much. For instance, okay, I don't like it during the summer. Because it's too crowded, it's too hot, and to me, going to the beach and staying there for the whole day, it feels more of a chore than a pleasure. And this is something that, like, most Italians do. They go to the beach and they stay there for the whole day. And honestly, like, to me, it's really like a chore, and I get tired, I get too hot. I really don't like it. But equally, I don't like going for a walk on the beach during the off season, so like autumn, winter, and spring, because I think it's a little bit sad. I don't know, like the seaside to me, it's something that makes me a bit sad during the off season. Okay, let me tell you a little bit of this, like a short story time, so that you can get to know me a little bit more. So I actually think that during the summer, I don't like going to the beach when it's sunny and it's hot. And during the winter, I don't like going to the beach, actually never, but mostly when it's cloudy or rainy, because I think it's really sad in that way. But if I go to the beach during the summer, I actually really love when it's rainy, because in Italy you have, on the beach there usually are some like kind of bungalows where you can rent sun umbrella or a beach chair. And you can actually also buy some food and drinks. So, and they're mostly like, they're not closed off bungalows. They're like closed on one side, and the rest is almost always open, kind of like a porch style. And that means that if you're there and it's rainy and it's stormy, it's even better. Like, you see lightning, you hear the thunder. It's beautiful. Like, being at the beach is beautiful, because you see the sea like growing, and then the wind blowing very fast, and then you hear the rain like pouring down. It's honestly like magical. That I really enjoy, because it feels like you're right there in the heart of nature. Like, nature is everywhere around you, so that I really enjoy. So funnily enough, I enjoy more going to the beach when it's summer and it's rainy than when it's sunny. But yeah, so I actually never really felt like I was born in the right place, and that was confirmed to me when I lived for a short period of time in Canada. During high school, I lived there for a semester, and I did like an exchange program, and I loved it. I was living in Nova Scotia with a host family, a lovely host family, and I right there I realized that I enjoy the cold weather more than the hot weather. Um, Also, I always loved mountains. Okay, another short story time. Um, when I was a child with my family, we always every year we went skiing in the Alps, in the Italian Alps, and I live close to Rome, so going to the Alps is like 8 hours drive. So it's not something. I mean, if you're from the US, I know that you might be used to these kind of drives, but for Europeans, 8 hour drive, it's a long drive. um, and so we always went there every year, and every year when we had to leave and drive back home, as a child, I remember looking out of the window and crying because I really felt heartbroken. And I remember also saying goodbye to everything that I loved there. So I would say like goodbye ski lift that I love, goodbye gondola that I love, goodbye mountain that I love, goodbye wood that I love, goodbye snow, goodbye street, like things like that. I was so cute, and it also like makes me realize how much I always enjoyed the mountains. And I think it's something that, to be honest, like it's something that I might have inherited from my families, but some of my family members. Because for instance, my cousin, who's younger than me, but she always felt the same way. Like she absolutely loved skiing and going to the mountains and just being there, and she loves snow. And my grandparents always went skiing every year, as we were very lucky to do as a family. And one of my aunts actually moved to the Italian Alps. So I guess like it's something that it runs in the family. But yeah, that gives you a little bit of an insight into how much I love the mountains and how much I don't like the seaside, or I don't feel at ease in like close to the seaside, mostly because of the hot weather, to be honest. So yeah, I am at this point in life where I'm very lucky and I'm very emotional about saying that I am moving to the Austrian Alps. Yes. So in less than 1 month, I will be moving to the Austrian Alps. I will be moving to Innsbruck. And I'm so excited about it. I'm also very, very nervous. Don't get me wrong, because I already lived abroad. I lived in Canada for a semester, and I live in Prague in the Czech Republic for almost a year. And I enjoyed being abroad a lot, like being alone and being abroad. I really love it, but I also know that it can be hard to adjust to the different culture and feel like you're welcomed. So yeah, it's gonna be a journey, and I hope that you come along with me. And also, please let me know down below if you ever moved to a different country, what was the most difficult part, and what was something that surprised you, positively surprised you about the other country that you moved to, and uh, and also if you haven't moved, why haven't you moved? Do you like the place where you live? Are you happy there? Or why haven't you moved if you haven't and you always wanted to? I know that there are a lot of answers, possible answers, and I know that it's also like if you want to move abroad, it's also actually very difficult to do so. Sometimes it's not that easy finding a job and sorting out all of the documents and so on. So I get it. But please, yeah, let me know down below, because I don't know about you, but I get a lot of comfort from knowing what other people went through. Like if we had a similar experience, I don't feel that alone. I feel like somebody else went through it too. And if you have a different life path, I also get comfort from knowing that there are other lifestyles and other life paths that somebody can go through. So if something doesn't go the way that you want to, there's always another option, you know. So yeah, please let me know down below. And also, let me know down below if you prefer the seaside or the mountains. Because for me, 100% the mountains. But now, this is a moving vlog. I was just rambling until now. So now let me get to the fun part, which is sorting out, actually showing you, because I already sort out my art pieces, because I've got a lot of art pieces during the years. To be honest, I've always, when I see something that I like, I always get it in the hope that one day I will have a home that will actually be my home, you know, and then I can style however I want. And this time I hope it's gonna be the time that I can get to do that. So I'm gonna show you my art pieces that I'm gonna bring to Austria. And yeah, let's get on. Let's move on. Whatever, you get it. So these are the first little pieces of art. So this is actually a calendar, but it's so beautiful. Look at all of these illustrations. They're great. They're beautiful. This one, oh wait, like look. So I want to actually cut all of these like here and frame them in order, like as a story, because I love them. So I kept these. Then I actually lived in Prague for 10 months last year, and I bought some. These are postcards, but I love them, and I think they're gonna work amazingly framed. So this one of the Prague Old Town Square with the astronomical clock and the church. I also bought this one in Prague. It's nothing to do with the Czech Republic or Prague, but I loved it, and I think this would work perfectly framed too. It's supposed to be a happy birthday card, but I think it will work amazingly framed. Then I have few like postcards that I don't think I'm gonna frame, but I think I will put like on the fridge or, you know, stick them somewhere, like more casual style. So this is from Stockholm, and these two, and I've been there with my boyfriend a few years ago. I don't remember when exactly. Then I have this, which is very neutral. I mean, it doesn't show where it was bought. And this actually I bought in Ljubljana. in Slovenia many years ago now, I think like 6 years ago, and I kept it ever since. Then I have this postcard from Scotland that I bought actually in Edinburgh. Never been to the Isle of Skye. How do you pronounce this? Isle of Skye. Never been there, or never been to the Lake Loch Lake. Oh my gosh! But I bought them in Edinburgh, and I thought they were very pretty. So again, I'm gonna pin them or put them somewhere. These I also bought in Edinburgh, and I love it so much. This is actually from a book that I really, really love. I also love another book from this author, Alexander McCall Smith, like another series. But this is a very good one too, so I bought this one. Then, I don't know, this some students got me while I was working in Prague. I used to be like a student advisor, so they got me some postcards that are very pretty. These I actually bought, I believe, in Milan. This one and this one. And yeah, they're pretty. So I think I'm gonna frame these ones. These I bought in Venice, as you can see. And then these ones I bought in London. I went there with my boyfriend, and there was an exhibition, I think at I don't remember the museum, but, Victorian Albert Museum, yeah. At the Victorian Albert Museum, there was an exhibition about Beatrix Potter, and I love her drawings. So I bought these two, this one of a garden and this one of a hedgehog, I believe you call it. And actually from that exhibition, I actually bought also this book. So yeah, I also bought this book, The Tale of Benjamin Bunny. There wasn't one about Peter Rabbit exactly, so I bought this one. And I love it. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. But yeah, so this is the first things. Actually, I'm going to show you in a future vlog the books that I bought during the years that I love. And that I'm going to bring there. Because again, I want this place to be my... One second, I'm taking the other ones. I want this place to feel like home. So I'm going to bring some of my favorite books too. But these pieces of art I bought in Rome when I was working in Rome last year, and they are from this artist, the Romaner. They were, to be honest, a little bit expensive, but it says that well, it actually doesn't say. Maybe I don't know. I believe these are they're not prints. They're actually hand painted, so they're quite cool. So there's this one with the musicians, this one with the man cycling, and this one with the woman cycling. And on the back, there are actually all of these Muller. They're like, you see, they're like how do you call this? Like name tags that you give to people to let them know who you are. But yeah, they're actually so cute. So I think I'm gonna frame these ones too. Look at this one too. Very nice. And then we have others. So I bought these ones in Nice, in France. And they're not pieces of art. They're actually pages from, I believe, like an encyclopedia. Do you call it that way? Sorry for mispronouncing some words. But yeah, I mean, they were very, very cheap. They were from like a vintage market. I love them so much. So this is the first one. It's about Oceania, and then there's this one about Brazil with like the population, the native population, and all of the plants and animals. And then there is this one about North America, I believe. It just says America on top, but I believe it's North America, or maybe Central America too. But yeah, and I believe they're quite beautiful. Then the last piece of art. So this is the last piece of art. I actually bought this in Karstein in the Czech Republic. Karstein is a small village not too far from Prague, where there is a beautiful castle. And yeah, there was a art shop closing down, and so they sold me these. I don't know exactly how much it was. I think it was around like 50 euros, which is 50, so 50. It's quite a bit, but it's hand painted and it's very lovely. So yeah. So this is basically where I'm from and where I'm going in a nutshell. Because so we have here this shell container with some actual shelves inside that I picked up here along the seashore on the beach, and I love this one. It's thrifted. I got it at a vintage shop and I love it so much. And then we also have this bird that was actually made from a local artist. So cute. So this is like my hometown, and this is where I'm going. Because this painting of a cow, I love it. I love it so much. I actually bought it in Italy. And it was made by an old man that he told me that. So I was in the north of Italy because I lived in Milan for a few years. And he told me that he painted this while he was with these cows in the mountains. So I love it. And he was an old man. I was absolutely, I felt in love with it. And also we have these like wooden blocks that I actually picked up in Milan. They're from the Goethe Institute, and they were from an exhibition, and you could just pick up some wooden blocks, and they have these like sentences written down in German but also in Italian. And this is from Hermann Hesse, and I love the quote. And this is from the Amelie movie. I don't know the name in English of that movie, but yeah. So this is me now and in the future, where I'm gonna live. So since I actually talked to you about the art that I bought, and I would like to display in the new apartment in Austria, this is those paintings. These paintings are beautiful, but I didn't actually choose them. They used to be in my grandparents' house, and yeah, they are very, very nice, but these are not mine. All right, so I also got some other like decoration things that I got during the years. So this is quite fun. I bought these at an antique shop in Prague. It's not actually antique though, 'cause this is plastic, but it was quite cheap. It was 25 euros or something like that. It was, yeah, 500 crowns, so more or less 25 euros. Then also in Prague, I bought these ones that are like, wait, I'm gonna show you. One sec. Okay, so you get the gist of it. So they open up like that and you can hang them. And I use them in Prague, like this big one and these two smaller one, on a shelf because I had nothing there. And so this was cheap because this was almost €4 and these were €2 each. So they were cheap and they were a way to make the wall a little bit more colorful because everything in that house that I lived in Prague was white and gray. Then in Prague I also bought these ones at Tiger. These were also cheap and you can hang them from the ceiling. I had them lying on a shelf. Then this one, it's actually Tiger too. I bought this one from Tiger. I love Tiger. In some countries, I think it's called Flying Tiger. But yeah, I love Flying Tiger. I bought this one. And then I also got this pot I bought from a random shop. And I put in it this plant from Primark actually. But I think it's pretty cool because if you put it up on a shelf and you let these like branches hang, it doesn't look fake. It looks pretty real and it makes a little bit, I don't know, it gives a little bit of more color, I guess. So yeah, I think there are a few other things like a yellow jug and some other bits, but they're in the boxes that right now I haven't opened yet because they were the boxes where I stored everything from my house in Milan. And yeah, so when I moved to Prague, I didn't bring anything, of course. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. We have come to an end, but there is a lot of sorting out things that I need to bring and packing them. So hopefully there will be a lot of content that I can make for you if anybody is watching. And if you're watching, please give a like to this vlog, and also if you want to follow me along this journey, subscribe, and please leave down below in the comments the answers to the two questions as well. There are more than two, but you know, do you like the seaside or the mountains more? And if you have moved, what was the most difficult part of moving, and also what was the most positively surprising thing about the country that you moved to? And if you haven't moved, why haven't you moved? Are you happy where you are, or you would like to move and you haven't had the chance to yet? Please, let's share our thoughts and lives down below, because that would be awesome. And thank you so much again, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.